ladies and gentlemen.
Rakic looks huge. He does. He weighed 230 after the rehydration.
Rakic right back to work early round two, trying to attack that lead leg, forces a stance switch.
He said, I never said that. He said, I just lived a life. And when guys talk, ultimately they have to fight. And that's what makes MMA so special.
At UFC 308, the light heavyweight division will be on full display as Magomed Ankalaev faces Aleksandar Rakić in a highly anticipated matchup. Ankalaev comes into this fight with the momentum of a knockout win over Johnny Walker, a victory that further solidified his position as one of the top contenders in the division. On the other hand, Rakic is looking to bounce back after suffering a knockout loss to Jiří Procházka at UFC 300. With both fighters possessing knockout power and dangerous skill sets, this matchup promises to be a high-stakes clash between two of the division's most talented athletes. Magomed Ankalaev has been steadily climbing the light heavyweight ranks with his well-rounded game and ability to mix up his striking and grappling. A dynamic fighter, Ankalaev has shown the ability to fight both on the feet and on the ground, making him a difficult opponent to prepare for. His recent knockout victory over Johnny Walker was a statement performance, as he showcased his power and precision in striking exchanges. Ankalaev's ability to close the distance and land heavy shots was on full display in that fight, and he will look to bring that same intensity into the cage against Rakic. For Aleksandar Rakić, the knockout loss to Jiří Procházka at UFC 300 was a major setback, but it doesn't diminish the potential he has shown throughout his career. Known for his athleticism, length, and striking abilities, Rakic has the tools to give any opponent trouble. Before the loss to Procházka, Rakic was widely regarded as a future title contender, and with his powerful kicks and rangy striking, he remains a significant threat in the light heavyweight division. This fight against Ankalaev presents a crucial opportunity for Rakic to get back on track and prove that he still belongs among the top of the division. Ankalaev's approach to this fight will likely revolve around using his versatility to exploit any weaknesses he sees in Rakic. While Ankalaev has powerful striking, he is also highly skilled in grappling, and he may look to use his wrestling to control Rakic and neutralize his dangerous stand-up game. Ankalaev's ability to transition between striking and grappling fluidly makes him a very difficult opponent to predict. And if he can keep Rakic guessing, he may be able to find openings for takedowns or heavy strikes. For Rakic, the key to victory will be using his range and movement to keep Ankalaev at a distance. Rakic is known for his kicking game, particularly his leg kicks, which he uses to slow down his opponents and limit their mobility. If Rakic can establish his kicking game early and force Ankalaev to fight from the outside, he will have a much better chance of keeping the fight in his realm. Rakic's power is always a factor as well, and if he can land one of his trademark kicks or a big punch, he has the ability to turn the fight around in an instant. Both fighters are known for their knockout power, and that makes this matchup particularly intriguing. Ankalaev has demonstrated his ability to end fights with one punch, while Rakic's powerful striking is always a threat. The question will be which fighter can impose their game plan more effectively. Ankalaev may look to close the distance and make this a grinding affair, while Rakic will want to keep the fight at range and use his kicks to pick Ankalaev apart. The contrast in styles could lead to a tactical battle or a highlight reel finish. One area where Ankalaev may have an edge is in the grappling department. While Rakic has improved his defensive wrestling, Ankalaev's grappling pedigree is impressive, and he has the ability to control opponents on the ground. If Ankalaev can get Rakic to the mat, he could look to wear him down with ground and pound or work for a submission. Rakic will need to be prepared to defend takedowns and scramble back to his feet quickly if he is taken down, as spending too much time on his back could cost him rounds. Cardio will also play a significant role in this fight. Both fighters are capable of maintaining a high pace, but Rakic has been known to slow down in the later rounds of his fights. If Ankalaev can push the pace and take Rakic into deep waters, his conditioning may become a factor. On the flip side, Rakic has shown that he can be dangerous at any point in a fight, and if he can keep the fight standing and stay active, he has the power to land a fight-ending strike at any moment. The mental game will be crucial for Rakic as he looks to bounce back from his knockout loss to Procházka. Coming off a knockout defeat can be difficult for any fighter, and it will be important for Rakic to approach this fight with confidence and composure. He will need to put the loss behind him and focus on the task at hand, as Ankalaev is not an opponent to take lightly. If Rakic can stay mentally sharp and execute his game plan, he has the skills to make this a very competitive fight. Ankalaev, on the other hand, will be riding high on the confidence from his knockout win over Johnny Walker. His ability to stay composed and patient in the striking exchanges against Walker paid off, and he will likely look to employ a similar approach against Rakic. Ankalaev's confidence in his power and well-rounded abilities will make him a dangerous opponent, as he knows he has the tools to win the fight in multiple ways. The first round of this fight will be crucial in setting the tone for the rest of the bout. If Rakic can establish his range early and land some significant strikes, he could put Ankalaev on the back foot and force him to fight more defensively. On the other hand, if Ankalaev can close the distance and get Rakic thinking about the takedown, it could open up opportunities for him to land heavy strikes or secure a takedown. The battle for control of the octagon will be a key factor in determining who gains the upper hand. Should the fight go into the later rounds, Ankalaev's ability to mix up his attacks could be the difference maker. If he can keep Rakic guessing and wear him down with a mix of striking and grappling, he may be able to take control of the fight and grind out a victory. However, Rakic's power is a constant threat, and if Ankalaev becomes too complacent, he could find himself on the receiving end of a knockout blow. Ultimately, this fight is a pivotal one for both men in the light heavyweight division. For Ankalaev, a victory would continue his ascent toward a potential title shot, while Rakic will be looking to re-establish himself as a top contender after his setback against Prochazka. Both fighters have a lot on the line, and that could lead to a highly competitive and exciting fight. In terms of predictions, it's difficult to say who will come out on top in this matchup. Ankalaev's well-rounded skill set and ability to fight in multiple areas of the game give him an edge in terms of versatility. However, Rakic's striking and athleticism are undeniable, and if he can keep the fight standing and use his range effectively, he has the tools to win. This fight could come down to who can implement their game plan more effectively and whether Rakic can avoid the grappling exchanges with Ankalaev. Regardless of the outcome, fans can expect an action-packed fight between two of the top light heavyweights in the UFC. Both Ankalaev and Rakic have the ability to end the fight in an instant, and with their futures in the division on the line, neither fighter will be holding back. This is a fight that could have major implications for the light heavyweight title picture, and it's a must-watch for any MMA fan.
Might as well continue to attack that particular area.